Alright YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is the 4th of July. We have 3 MLB plays coming your way. Obviously this is a little bit different of a format than we normally do. We are traveling around the West Coast right now for the holidays, so we're only going to have 3 plays in today's video instead of going through each and every game. So yeah, first and foremost, happy 4th, and second off, I know I don't have a hat on. You guys are probably going to roast me in the comments because I wear a hat in pretty much every damn video, but nonetheless, hopefully you guys don't mind the road video. Hopefully the audio sounds okay. I know the video is not going to be as good, but we're doing our best here. 3 plays coming your way. But first, let's go ahead and recap how we did last night. So 2 nights ago, we go 8-0. We followed up with a decent night, 4-3 winning night. The one thing I will say is the Mariners money line, Mariners first 5 money line, those were half unit plays. So technically speaking, we went like 3.5 and 2 if you really want to be technical about it. So we shall take it. I'll take a 12-3 run any day of the week, so hell yeah, we'll take that. Shout out to Mitch Parker there, over 4.5 strikeouts, a nice hit there for plus 114 odds. And then the Giants and Braves nerfy, we cashed with a bonus little boost over on DraftKings. Shout out to them as well. And then we had the Phillies Cubs first 5 under and the Brewers money line, but those are kind of juiced plays overall. But nonetheless, still a winning night, but it doesn't even compare to a no sweat ride of the day cash from Brett. Brett, we're gonna try and get the ride of the day still going while we're on vacation. Hopefully we can keep it going, but if you guys don't know what the ride of the day is, it's the way that we interact with you guys, the community. Use hashtag ride of the day or ROTD in the comments and give me your best play. I jump on board with one person's pick, give you a shout out in the next video, just like I'm doing with Brett right now, who had Carlos Correa over 1.5 bases. Well, Carlos Correa, 1 at bat, 1 double. See you later. We don't need to worry about it. I think that was his only hit of the game, but nonetheless, still a sweat-free cash there, so we shall take it. Shout out to Brett there. But yeah, use those hashtag ride of the days in the comments. And Brett, if we don't get the ride of the day going, we owe you one in the future, because obviously things get a little bumpy and whatnot when we are traveling here. But what do you say we get into these plays? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're still going to grind out these videos. I'm hoping to do every single day. I'm recording this one the night before. I just got off of a 6-hour flight. It's 2:20 a.m. East Coast time, so my brain's a little fried, so apologies if this sounds a little off, but we're still going to try and grind even when on the road. And our first pick, and these aren't going to be in sort of sequential order, they're in order of how I found them, but we're going to look at the Padres and the Rangers here. The no run in the first inning. So the one thing I'll say, and I hope I'm not jinxing this, knock on wood, the part that I like about this is the fact that Scherzer is going to be on the mound. Scherzer this season, he has 2 starts, both were no run first innings. One was against Kansas City, that was at home, and then against Baltimore, which we can put a feather in a cap there. The one concern, right, would be Michael King is starting for San Diego. He's not as good of a pitcher as Scherzer, but I guess you could say and make the argument, well, the worst pitcher's going up against what you could say is the worst lineup, the better pitcher's going up against the better lineup, hoping those kind of, I guess, contradict each other and cancel each other out. But what I like about Michael King is he's hitting under here in the first inning, so he's pitched to Nerfy in 8 of his last 10 games, and in 4 straight here, and 2 of the last 3 have been on the road, 1 against Philly and 1 against Boston. 2 decent offenses here, so I do trust him to at least be able to get through this lineup one time through and cash a Nerfy for us. And then again, we're putting a hell of a lot of trust over in Scherzer to be able to go out there and do his thing. But yeah, Padres, Rangers, Nerfy, no runs in the first inning. It might look on your book like under 0.5 first inning runs for a total. Same exact thing, guys. We're getting that from minus 120 over on FanDuel. Again, we're recording this the night before. Hopefully the lines and odds stay similar, so you guys can jump on this if you want. Or, like I always tell you guys, feel free to fade me. We're all gamblers out here for sports betting, right? But Padres, Rangers, Nerfy is play number 1. All right, play number 2 here. We're looking at the Orioles and the Mariners first 5 under. Now, this is cashed in both games this series thus far. And on the mound, I do like the matchup. We have Bryce Miller going for the Mariners and Corbin Burnes going for the Orioles. Kind of enough said there. Like, yeah, I guess one part of me would sit here and worry a little bit about Baltimore's offense. I get that, but Bryce Miller at home this year has been pretty damn electric. 0.87 whip, a FIP of 2.3, batting average against of 169. He's looking good against lefties and righties from an average perspective. So Baltimore's offense is going to scare me a little bit, but I'm not fretting over it with Bryce Miller on the mound. famous last words. In terms of who's pitching for Baltimore, obviously we can look at Corbin Burns. He's a stud. I don't necessarily see him having any trouble with a Seattle offense that already isn't really all that powerful or anything like that. He's going to throw a ton of cutters. It's his main pitch. Seattle bottom 10 in the league in terms of runs above average against the cutter. So his main pitch with their main ace on the mound. I do like a first 500 here. Now, it is a little juiced. I can tell you that. Minus 155 on MGM. I get it. If you want to go a little bit more risky, maybe under 4, maybe under 3.5. Don't hate either of those, but I kind of like the safety net here of saying, okay, this game total is already only a 7, right? So we're saying just keep it to under 5 in the first 5. You guys can do that, can't you? Pick number 2, Orioles and Mariners. Corbin Burns, Bryce Miller, first 5 under 4.5. Now, pick number 3 is going to be Matt Vierling here, under 1.5 bases. It's going to be minus 135 play over on DK. I like the matchup here. Vierling has kind of had some big bases. I mean, he still cashed the under here in 7 of his last 10, but he is coming off of a home run game against Minnesota yesterday, or today for my time, but yesterday by the time you guys are watching this. That being said, this season he hasn't compiled many times. One time he went on a little home run tear, but many times in which he bounced back from a home run or bounced into the next day, being able to have a successful night batting wise. Now, what I like about this going up against Bailey Ober. Bailey Ober for the Twins here. His is a right-handed pitcher. Vierling against righties, his average drops a little bit. His extra base hit does, his percentage does jump a little bit, but Ober against right-handed batters, which Vierling is here, his extra base hit percentage drops a little bit. The big thing I like is Ober's going to throw a lot of fastballs, 40% fastballs, and then 25% changeups. Both of those pitches here for Matt Vierling, he struggles against. On the season, his WOBA is a 311, which is pretty good, right? Against fastballs, it drops to 280. Against the change, drops to 228. He's also going to throw a cutter and slider. Both of those he hits okay, so I don't want to kind of blow smoke up your you-know-what about that. But overall, this should be a good matchup for a guy that hopefully regresses and comes back down to earth after an obvious nice night last night going deep. So Matt Vierling under 1.5 bases is play number 3. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's show. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Go ahead and comment, what are we at, 7? Comment 7.5 if you made it this far into the video. Appreciate everyone that rocks with me, even when we are traveling. Obviously, when we're traveling on a plane or in the car, like, we're not going to be able to get videos out, but right now we're good. We are going to a different location tomorrow, so that's why I want to do this tonight, but hopefully we can get some videos out for you guys during the time off, but they will be hybrid videos, so it is what it is. We're traveling a ton this summer. Multiple of my buddies are getting married, and I'm in the wedding. Like, a lot's going on this summer, but you know what? The grind don't stop. I'll leave you guys with that. I'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.